Look, there it is, Kennywood. And Clark were the first ones here. You know what that means? At the end of the night, when everyone's trying to push and shove to get out of here, we'll be the first ones to leave. Haha, vacation.
Hello everybody, JohnnyJans here, and welcome to Kennywood on Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania's hometown park. This will be the final park that I've ever been to in Pennsylvania. I've been to Dorney Park, I've been to Hershey Park, I've been to Knoebels, and now I'm finally gonna check out Kennywood over here on the west side today. It's gonna be a fun day, so without further ado, please join me as I head inside and do some meandering around. And right now, just from the entrance, gets me excited. It looks like there's a horse theme going on here at Kennywood. We're off to see a horse race today, but we're gonna be off to the races indeed, because there's a lot of great rides to go check out. And right off the bat, one of the things I love about this park, there was free parking. Granted, it was a little bit away in the parking lot, but we also found an escalator you can take, so there's free parking plus an escalator, kind of like Universal Studios. One of the other things to note, because they keep telling me on the loudspeaker, Kennywood is a cashless park. So leave your money at home and bring your cards, but it sounds like you can convert your cash to some kind of Kennywood card system. And I've made my way through the entrance way, and as with most Pennsylvania parks, there is a hill. There is definitely elevation, but I like how we have this panoramic view of roller coasters right in front. So it looks like they have some thrilling attractions here at Kennywood that they're putting forth out to us as soon as we enter the park. Look at this one. This is like a Velocicoaster Light type roller coaster there. Yes, even though sometimes I spend a lot of time at Disney, Universal, parks like that, it's great to come back to the old hometown parks. You're definitely gonna have less crowd. I had free parking, so can't beat that. The yellow and black, because we're in Steelers country right now, baby. I love the windmill action outside the entrance of the parks. Kennywood, always a good time. We'll find out that today if it's true. I'm sure it will be. Check out the midway. It looks like a classic midway that you would see at a carnival or fair. And again, roller coasters right here for us. And it looks like they got some good ones. I can see Steel Curtain. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers roller coaster just beyond the horizon there. But yeah, it's still blended in the trees to leave a lot of mystique. And that's what I love about these Pennsylvania parks. There's lots of room to just meander around in through the trees. And this place isn't just exciting, it's bananas. Check out the size of those bananas that you could win over at that carnival game. And right here by the old mill is gonna be my first roller coaster today, called Skyrocket. It looks like Velocicoaster Light, not as big as the Velocicoaster, but it looks like it has one of those launches that take you into the top hat. So it should be fun. Yay! That's right, let's go check out Skyrocket. All right, I just got off a Skyrocket, and it was a great little coaster. It was very smooth. I don't think I anticipated it to be so smooth. The restraints were kind of confining, but the smoothness definitely made up for it. And the layout is good, except for the very end where it literally just meanders around the track and doesn't really do anything. But the top hat part, that was really fun. It was a fun starter coaster. And what'd you think, Lil Jans?
I don't think that it was just boring the second half. I think it was fun.
And this brings me to my next ride today. They call it the Old Mill. I have no idea what to expect or what this is. It looks like some kind of maybe log flume, because people are definitely on boats in the water there. So we're gonna go check that out at the Old Mill. Judging by the broken windows, and I saw a skeleton up in the window, I think it's foreshadowing what's to come. I think maybe we're in for a spooky time on this small boat ride attraction. And check out the old-timey boats. You don't see boats like that anymore, that's for sure. They're like buckets. Wow, the Old Mill. What a fun one that was. Did not expect it to be like, it was like Small World if everyone was dead. And we saw the adventures of Harold the Skeleton throughout the whole ride. And when you look at the outside of it, it looks a lot smaller than it actually is. It's actually really huge in there. A great family ride, no drops, and the most thrilling part is if you get a lot of weight in the boat, you can really bank the turns. So that made it pretty exciting. But that was a fun, dark ride that you're just not gonna find in any big theme park for sure. Making my way down the promenade now. You can see two coasters in my view. We have the Jackrabbit, this old-time woody coaster right here. I hear good things about that, it's really fun. And just beyond that, we got Steel Curtain we can see coming into view. All right, I am riding the Jackrabbit right now. Again, I hear a lot of fun things about this ride. And it's an old classic wooden coaster, so you can't go wrong there, right? As I'm waiting in line, I love the history of Kennywood as it's displayed on the side of this building right now. You could see shots of the old coasters and everything and what Kennywood looked like back in the day. Something cool to look at. I always like attractions that have good things to look at, so there you go. Kennywood has been around since 1898. That's a long time as we get this awesome picture of the Jackrabbit, the classic old-timey photo right there. Wow, so there's a lot of history here in the Steel Country, Pittsburgh Steelers. This coaster is over 100 years, the Jackrabbit right now. That's how classic, that's how you know. Established 1920, still going. Wow, much like a Jackrabbit, that was full of ups and downs right there on that coaster. That was wild. I think the best part about it was they have a double down where you're going down the big hill and then you hit one more pop where you just get launched out of your seat with some great ejector air time. So that was a very fun one for a 100-year-old coaster right there, doing the classics today here at Kennywood. And of course, what amusement park would be without a kiddie land? And it looks like this one is themed to the circus for all the kids. Looks like looking out here, they have all the classic kid attractions. They got like the motorcycles over here where they got almost like from Knoebels, has the same thing. Little kid swings over here. I love this clown mouth garbage can. He's kind of clowning around right there. Very cool. Got some Ferris wheels, a little carousel in the back, and like everything you need to complete an old school kiddie land, including imitation Dumbo. That's awesome. Oh, antique cars. And it looks like it goes all the way out there and around. So that's kind of a fun little kid ride right there. Also, the biggest staple of any kid land, lots of benches for the adults to sit on. And for those kids who aren't ready for the Phantom's Revenge, we have the Little Phantom, which in some cases, these smaller roller coasters can be scarier than the big ones because they're just crazy. As my kids finish off their ride on the bikes here, I remember that scene from Vacation when Clark's riding on it and he says, "These are fun, right, Clark?" And he's like, "No, we're the big ones. The big ones." Talk about the big ones. Here's a big one. We are entering Steelers country, home of the massive Steel Curtain roller coaster. Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers. This is actually one of the tallest inverted roller coasters in America and has about 9 inversions, which is also like the most you're gonna find in America anyway. The record is a 14 on the Smiler, but that's in Europe. So this is gonna be quite the experience getting to ride some Steel Curtain fun today here at Kennywood. I like the sign for it. It's got this steel industrial worker here, this smelting pot for the Steel Curtain as it cranks out the roller coaster. Also, Golden Ticket Award. Look at the color scheme. That's a beautiful black and yellow Steelers colors right there. It's even got the logo on the side. That is awesome. Very cool. And nice open air seating too. All right, there it is. Steel Curtain, first time. What a rush that was. Now, I loved it. It was smoother than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a lot rougher, but here's the most intimidating part. That lift hill went on for years, I swear. That was nuts. And just when you think you're at the top, you're not. And then you dive down backwards, and then the fun begins. I love the seats, they were very comfortable. No over-the-shoulder bar, it made it so much better. So you could really look around, especially with all the elements, because you go upside down a lot, but it was so smooth. And I was just very impressed with this ride. Some people don't like it. I loved it. I would definitely do it again. Of course, as all things should, especially an incredibly themed roller coaster like this, it ends in the gift shop. You can get yourself your towel right there. Look at that little kid, he's excited. What would it be without visiting and taking a fun picture inside the helmet of a Steelers helmet? Face on, because it's about to get nuts. Right here is my favorite part of the coaster. I'm underneath the stall that's right over the walkway here, where you can get an awesome shot of the coaster overhead. That's what I'm waiting for now. Money shot. Here it comes. Wait for it. In a minute. Nice. Oh wait, it comes back over. Oh, it goes over. So there should be one more. Here we go. Nice, got it. There you go. There's the best shot right here. I love that, walking under a pathway and they have a roller coaster going over it. It's so exciting. They did such a good job with this coaster. You can see why it's a world-class one. So you gotta do it if you come to Kennywood. Steel curtain. Even if you're not a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers, ride anyway, it's fun. Here's the train, and what a train. It's called the Journey with Thomas. But Lil Jans just rode this when I was on Steel Curtain and informed me that you do not ride on Thomas the Tank Engine, but you do get to pass him by, so that's kind of fun. Another good look as we're turning around of the steel mill, the heart of Pittsburgh, right there. This will all be possible. That is cool. We get some history on the train. There he is. That's cool. One more look at the steel mill there. That's very nice. Cool. That's some real Pittsburgh stuff right there. Wow, what a fun journey with Thomas that was. Even though Thomas didn't take me on the journey, but we did see him, and it looks like his friends are hanging out here in the train yard too. Fun picture opportunity with Thomas and friends right here. Awesome. I am in Lost Kennywood right now. This is like the classic old section of the park, and I love it. It looks so cool around me. Unfortunately, the big boat ride isn't working. It looks like they have the fountains drained, but it's still very exciting. I'm just digging the vibe of this whole area right now. And what I'm about to do, I'm gonna get me some food. And I have heard that this is a great place here for some good sandwiches. The Primanti brothers, almost famous since 1933. Well, they tried. Look at the size of this burger. It's bigger than my head right now. And check it out, they have iconic attractions like the wave swinger here. All kids love the swings. Another swing ride. This is like the swing area. All right, it is now time to do the Phantom's Revenge. And I love the shadowy, ominous phantom just outside the coaster. Phantom's Revenge. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. This is an iconic Kennywood coaster. It used to be the Steel Phantom. It was developed by Arrow, and then it got old, so they tore it down. But in a tribute, they built the Phantom Revenge, and I think it's built by Morgan now, the same people that build Steel Force at Dorney Park. And here we go. I got out of the first line. I think I might wait in the second line as I pass this awesome Kennywood banner along the wall. I got Phantom's Revenge chug-a-lugging up the hill, and I'm making my way through the coaster right now. This is quite a different experience to get on a coaster. Usually you just wait in line and you're there, but there's like 2 sections of line. So that's kind of strange for me to wait in that first line and then take like a bridge and some meandering pathways over to the next part of the coaster. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm crossing over the park. Oh, we got the Phantom sighting right there. And we are heading right through the structure of the beast, as it would say. Getting a good look at everything we're gonna encounter. It's pretty exciting. There it goes, across the thing. So that's cool. You really get hyped up for this coaster because you get to see so much of it as we make my way through the line. There's the fast pass area right there. They just get a simple line and there it is. It's nice. It's very expensive though. I don't recommend it. Just wait it out. Have the fun. Oh, look at the Phantom greeting me right now as we head into the station. It's very cool. Check it out. This part's cool. It goes like underneath the old coaster over there too. That's really nice. Nice head chopper moment. I like it. You see the overview of the steel mill right on over there through the coaster. That's cool. We're gonna get some good views of that, I'm sure, as I make my way to the top. And here's the second half of the station right here as people wave. And we're going to get ready to board this thing, and I'll tell you about it in a second. See you on the other side. All right, folks, the Phantom's revenge. He has enacted his revenge all over me today because that ride was nuts. That was an awesome experience. 85 miles per hour. You're just barreling down. There's my favorite part where it cuts right underneath the other roller coaster, head chopper effect, and you just pick up speed. It is pretty smooth. One of the hills kind of banged my arm on that. I didn't like that as much, but overall, great roller coaster. I can see why people put that on their top 10s. Fastest coaster in Pennsylvania. Very awesome, very fun. I would do that again. If the line got short, I would do that again. Good time all around. Phantom's revenge. Big old thumbs up from JohnnyJans. Woo! What a fun one. My adrenaline is still kind of rushing getting off that coaster. It's nuts. You see, going up the lift hill, and the lift hill's nice. You get a great view. Steel mill, all of Pittsburgh, things like that. And then here's where it cuts. This drop's not too bad. This is a pretty easy drop. It's really the second drop where this coaster really picks up speed. You've been a lot of speed here, and then the second drop you can't see. It drops right underneath that roller coaster, and oh my gosh, you're in for a fun time. I got off that ride, I didn't know what happened, but I loved it. That was a good one. In case you ever wanted to know what it feels like to board Noah's Ark, I think that's about to happen. See the animals sticking out here. Hey, there's Noah himself, right up there. He looks like he's a little seasick. Wow. We're going on the boat. Don't come a-knocking. There's Noah and the family. Lions. Monkeys. Wow. Trippy, spinny rooms. So you can go either way, the mild way or the wild way. So I'm gonna go the wild way. Ooh, it looks pretty wild in here. Not gonna lie. Got some wild birds. It's getting nuts. Very weird. What's this? Ooh, funhouse mirror action. Well, that was the most wild, biblically themed funhouse I have ever did here at Noah's Ark. Original attraction for Kennywood. And I don't really know why they have to make the boat rock, but it's kind of fun. What a weird and wild time that was here. Right here at this classic kids coaster, the Turtle, you can still see Phantom's Revenge. And there is the second drop I told you about. It drops underneath the Tornado roller coaster here. It is crazy. That's where you get the most speed. Here it comes, watch. It just goes right down the side of the mountain. And look how close it gets to the roller coaster when it comes around the bank. It is insane. Nice. Wow. Turtle! So fun. Ah, we're turtling now. Ah, what a fun one. They didn't say the ride would take half an hour. They just said turtle power. What's with Pennsylvania rides making their spinning rides so long? Disney would never make it that long. That was way too much time being on the turtle for me. I am turtled out. I felt the heat of turtle power right there. Cowabunga. All right, that concludes this portion of the park. It looks like I'm gonna swing left, and I got another roller coaster over here, and I think it's either called the Twister or the Tornado, one of those two. I'm gonna go try it out. Either way, I'm gonna take it for a spin. Oh, correction, it's called the Thunderbolt. So I was in no way in right of that joke, but that's okay. Check out that banner. You know it's a good ride when it has a banner that big, right? Awesome. Good old classic wooden coaster. All right, Thunderbolt complete. That was a fun roller coaster. Now you have to ride with a partner because the bank is gonna slam you into the side of the car. So they recommend that you ride at least 2 people on the Thunderbolt. But it was a great attraction. It was a really fun roller coaster. And again, nothing beats a good old wooden roller coaster. And Kennywood seems to have a few of them. Here it is, the Racer. One of the last dueling racing coasters here in PA that you can actually come so close for so long. It's really cool. You're actually right next to the other coaster most of the race. Very fun. From 1927, and it looked like this. And it is a National Historic Landmark. Wow. The Racers was a really fun racing coaster. It's one of the few coasters I've ever been on that you race side by side throughout the majority of the coaster. So it's really fun, especially if you have a party of 4. Just split up and try to go side by side in the train, and you'll go side by side with them the whole way. So what an epic roller coaster the Racer was. It's funny how this coaster back there is buried behind steel curtain. You wouldn't even see it as steel curtain goes whizzing on by. But this epic racing coaster just is like hidden in the center. And this is like the best angle that you can see it is from right here. Just got time for one more ride tonight before the park closes at 7. And this is we're gonna do the Jackrabbit. It was fun for the whole family. Everyone can do it. And it was a good old time on a classic wooden roller coaster. Well, there it is, folks. That's going to conclude my day at this epic amusement park, Kennywood. Finally made it here. Like I said, did Hershey Park, Doherty Park, Knoebels, and finally the last amusement park in Pennsylvania here at Kennywood. And man, what a way to top it off. Had such a fun time today. The roller coasters were outstanding. The Phantom's Revenge was a flying, just fast flying, intense roller coaster. 85 miles per hour of fun. All the wooden coasters, they were classic. And let's not forget, up ahead here, we got Steel Curtain. What an intense, fun beast that was here today. So I'm gonna remember this park for a long time. I'm glad I got to come here to do it. But as always, that's gonna do it for me. I'm JohnnyJans, and until next time,
we'll catch you out there meandering around.
Thank you. And as I leave Kennywood today, I can definitely say it was a good time. So that this sign held true. Walking around Kennywood, sure is beautiful. And one thing that's very beautiful is check out the landscaping here at Kennywood. That awesome K, that's how you know. I wish I could get me some of that landscaping in my yard. That would look real nice.